Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be taking a first look at the latest event, which is going to be the Last Words Bear Hunt event. So as you can see, it says Last Words Bear Hunt. Greetings survivors, we are pleased to announce the new multi-week event Last Words Bear Hunt. Join Princess on her bear hunt to find an elusive teddy bear and earn S-Class Princess as your reward. It does show the artwork of Princess, and she's kind of like got a Christmas elfish get up. She's got elf ears as well. We did see her in the tower for a very short amount of time, but that was the 5-star Ascendable and 6-star with that, to be decided on the rushes and stuff. But this character is an S-Class character. This is the event timeline. It says it starts on Monday the 9th of December and it starts at 1 PM Pacific time. It ends on Monday the 6th of January 2020. It says 2019 here, but it's 2020 in January. So just under a month, the event time. The collection ends a day later, so it gives you 24 hours to collect your items if you forget. Or giving you that grace period is always a good thing. So this is how Princess looks as an S-Class. We don't get the full rundown of her, obviously, because there's more to her rush. There's more to her active skill. She has got the specialist skill Berserker, and she has got something new in her active skill called Normalize, and we don't know what that does yet, but we will find out, no doubt. But I'll break down this character in a separate video with all the details on her once we have it. Now there is a section that says, how do I get Princess? In order to obtain Princess, you will need to obtain teddy bears and collect your rewards in the teddy bear reward missions. Collect 10 teddy bears in order to get a 5-star Ascendable Princess. Collect 60 teddy bears in order to get a second 5-star Ascendable Princess. And then collect up to 425 teddy bears to collect enough S-Class Princess cards to redeem for an S-Class Princess. It does look like obviously 10 is going to be quite accessible. 60 might also be accessible. The character herself is going to be obtainable after the event. So let's say you get the first 2 but don't get the last one. You're still going to be able to get the cards for her at a later date, as it says at the bottom. S-Class Princess will remain obtainable after the event ends. Please stay tuned for further communication to be provided at a later date. Now, when it comes to the actual cards themselves in the missions, we'll read on for this, but I'm hoping if the first 2 are obtainable, because this is how it's done in a lot of other games, hopefully the last 6,000 cards aren't just one reward. Like you can get like 200, 800, 1,000, that sort of thing. So you could potentially get a few cards as well as Princess herself. But let's continue reading through and see. So it goes through a bunch of collectibles, what you need, where to get them. It doesn't break down, how many you need of certain things here, but this is where you can get them. I'm going to scroll slowly. If you want to pause, this is something you can reference back to later. It doesn't mean too much. This is going to be when it pops up in game. We're going to have a better idea. The rest of it is broken down here where it says, where do I get teddy bears? Complete the bear hunt story roadmap, which is just a normal story roadmap. Generally probably will last the entire event. That's a guess. So it will last the 28 days or so. 3 teddy bears will be rewarded for completion. So not much. However, that's 3 teddy bears on the way to the 10 teddy bears you need to get to for the first 5-star Ascendable. So she should be quite attainable for most people, I would assume. And then it says complete ride ticket and arrow roadmaps. Ride ticket roadmaps reward 1 teddy bear per completion and require 3 ride tickets to complete. Players will be able to complete this roadmap many times to obtain teddy bears, provided they complete in-game modes to earn sufficient ride tickets. So you need to get 21 ride tickets to get the extra 7 teddy bears to get the first Ascendable character. So that's not too bad. I think that sounds pretty reasonable. That's less than 1 ride ticket a day. Even if you're very, very laid back and casual with it, you should be able to get 7 of those extra teddy bears on top of that story roadmap. It says ride tickets will be available from the Elf Hat tickets and Arrows missions. Collect Elf Hats from the Bear Hunt story roadmap, arena drops, War Siege victory rewards, and Survival Road Tournament milestone rewards. A total of 277 ride tickets will be available via Elf Hat tickets and Arrows missions. So that seems to be like the accessible one. 277 ride tickets means you'll be able to do the roadmap 92 times, and that's 92 teddy bears. So that means in total you'll be able to get 95 teddy bears by the sounds of it via free to play. This seems like because there's not the word premium used so far. There is the word premium coming up, but if the word premium isn't used, generally you can assume that's free to play. So you'll be able to get 95 teddy bears, which is enough to get 2 of the 5-star Ascendables. It's 10 to get the first. Normally how it works in missions is the 10 for the first also counts towards the second. So you'd only need 50 more to get the second. So 60 total. You'll have 35 extras. Whether those count towards the next missions for the cards or not, we'll have to wait and see in terms of being able to get small amount of cards. But it does look like the 2 5-star Ascendables are attainable, and that's 4,000 cards of the character, because you're getting the 2 characters, which normally would be 2,000 cards each. So if you can grind it out, you can be, 40% of the way to an S-class character minimum. Now this is where the premium stuff starts coming in. It says premium arrow roadmaps. Roadmaps award 12 teddy bears per completion. They each require 3 silver quills to unlock and 10 feathered arrows to complete. Arrows will be available from the elf hat, tickets and arrows mission. Silver quills will be available via offers and level up tournament rank rewards. So even though you can buy these, you can actually perform well in certain tournaments and get them as well. So that's actually pretty reasonable. A total of 277 feathered arrows will be available via elf hat, tickets and arrows missions. There is also a premium arrow collection that awards 3 teddy bears per completion. They each require 1 silver quill and 3 feathered arrows. Premium arrow roadmaps deliver 20% better value than premium arrow collections. It is not advised to use the arrow collections unless you lack enough arrows quills for the roadmap or unable to complete the arrow roadmaps before the event ends. So collections generally means in the museum, and that would take away what you have collected. So you get to choose seemingly to unlock roadmaps or to use them in the museum, and it, like I say, it depends on when you buy. It means you kind of have to buy early to do the premium roadmaps consistently. If you're buying late, you're going to have to do it via the museum. The next part says complete letter hunt events in the Last Words bear hunt missions and Last Words premium event missions. Last Words bear hunt missions will provide a new word once every 3 days. 9 total words will be available for completion over the course of the event. 1 teddy bear will be awarded per word, meaning 9 total bears can be attained from bear hunt missions. Now where do the words turn up? Let's see. Look for clues and work with your faction to complete these missions and obtain the right letters in order to obtain teddy bears. See below for more details and your first clue. Last Words premium event missions will provide a new phrase once every 3 days, so they are going to be premium sections in this as well. 9 total phrases will be available for completion over the course of the event. So this sounds like it will work exactly like the Last Words event before, which was a bit much. I'm going to be honest. I personally didn't like that. Premium letters will be required in order to complete these missions. 5 teddy bears will be awarded per premium word completed, for a total of 15 teddy bears per segment. A total of 135 teddy bears will be available for completing all 9 Last Words premium event missions. Premium letters will drop in premium roadmaps, which require silver quills to open. The premium arrow token wheel will also include premium letters in addition to elf hats and rare gold and silver quills. Collect gold quills to redeem for the letter of your choice. So it sounds very much like the other event. They probably will switch up the quills, you'd hope, and people who manage to save the quills in their inbox and stuff won't get a massive advantage, but we'll have to wait and see. Now there is actually a secondary reward, which is, I guess it's a good option. It says for players who choose not to pursue Princess, we've included a red velvet cake collection allowing an exchange of red tickets and red velvet cakes for a choice of 1,000 S-class collectibles. This collection can be found in the museum. That's kind of cool because obviously there are some people who just won't want this character. She does look pretty decent, but you know, there are some people who just want to actually complete characters that they're going after already. And the next section just breaks down the actual Last Words part of it in terms of the words and the clues. It says to complete the Last Words mission event, you'll need to solve clues provided within each mission's description to earn each letter in the designated word. For example, in the word tinsel, the clue for N is Negan, defeat. To complete this mission, you will need to defeat 6-star alert, payback Negan 5 times in order to unlock your letter. Generally speaking, that means they're going to have a roadmap up that would have him on it. They did that with Shiva once before, so that's most likely going to happen again. Some clues are more difficult than others. The most challenging clues are designated by an asterisk and have a special roadmap that will provide additional hints. In these roadmaps, pay attention to the details, as there may be specific weapons of relevance, characters that you will need to defeat, or fighters to level up and upgrade in order to complete the mission. The rewards from the roadmaps can also be relevant in solving the clues. So there was one where you got Lucille, there was one where you got a governor in the past event that you had to level up or upgrade. So make sure you keep a hold of those and don't just instantly use them as fodder or just ditch them. For example, one of the roadmaps may reward a fighter that needs to be leveled up to complete the mission. Exactly. And it says to start you off, we're giving you the solution to the first challenge letter of the event. T is for train. To complete this mission, level up 5-star Tutor Governor provided in the T roadmap 20 times. So they're giving Tutor roadmap again. Work together with your faction to solve all of the clues. Pay close attention and experiment to solve for each letter, but be careful. Some clues may not be exactly what you think. Now, this may actually be a mistake, and that they're just mistakenly copy-paste. This is from the last event, I'm pretty sure. T is for train and it's a Tutor Governor. So we'll have to wait and see if that's a mistake or not. Letters and gold quills collected will only count for the active segment, and this is how it worked in the last event. This means if you collect the letter A and 1 times gold quill in segment 1, your progress will not carry over to segment 2 or 3. If you need another A in segment 2 or 3, you will need to collect another during that segment, and that's exactly what happened. We did have arena drops during that. I didn't notice too much in terms of it saying arena drops, but it may well be letters dropping in arenas again. Silver quills will persist across segments, so if you have extra from the first segment, you can continue to use them throughout the remaining segments. Silver quill premium roadmaps will appear at random intervals with varying durations. Please do not be alarmed if a silver quill roadmap is not currently active or available. Completing the roadmaps will provide the letter reflected in the roadmap title. So that's a quick first look at the intro of this event. It does look like, by the looks of things, if you grind hard and you do all of the free-to-play stuff, you should be able to get 2 characters. You should be able to get 2 of Princess, which is effectively 4,000 of her collectibles, which is actually pretty good. So you're going to get 40% of the way to a character. She is going to be obtainable. You know, her collection pieces are going to be back at a future date. So definitely worth trying to pick this character up if you do like her, because you can get her cards later on. You'll be, like I say, 40% of the way to her as an S-class character. An S-class character looks pretty decent, like I said before. I will break her down when we see all of it, but the 1,000% damage to a line is instantly just amazing. She doesn't seem to have the greatest amount of attack stat, but that 1,000% definitely makes up for it. And the fact that she has Berserker as well, that means that she's going to be getting, you know, the attack buffs every now and again once she gets attacked. So quite an interesting character, seemingly an interesting event. I just hope that we don't have to work too hard every day. Otherwise, those like 2, 3, 4 days when you're with your family over Christmas, it's gonna be pretty awkward. Just be right back, just go farm this roadmap for 30 minutes. That'd be great. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But that is the end of my video. Do tell me what you think about the Last Words Bear Hunt event. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.